Hey guys, hello, welcome to another video of Java tutorial series. So this is the fourth video of our tutorial in which we will be showing you the basics of class and objects related programming using a practical example as here. So we are using a Sublime text editor, means it is just a simple text editor in which different type of programming languages can be written. So to download this feature you have to go to the Google and search it on Google, just typing it as Sublime text editor. You will get the whole thing in Google. Just type this and here it is, Sublime text editor. It is just a very sophisticated text editor in which you can code using Python programming language. You can also use Java programming language, etc, etc. Every type of programming languages is supported, and it has also got a very good customer support as well. You can also get to the forum and just ask very important coding questions as well. They will always answer. You can buy the whole thing and you can also download it. So I have already downloaded my version, so I will not download it again. Here you have got this thing. So Sublime text editor, we have already, I suppose you have already clicked on this button. So you have downloaded, here your download starts. So I have already downloaded, I will not download it again, cancel the operation. So suppose I am supposing that you have downloaded this thing and installed it on your system before you begin this tutorial. So here we are coming to the main program in which we have demonstrated a simple program using classes and objects. From this package class and objects, this line you just ignore it. For the sake of the time being, you have not yet understood, or you have not yet learned the thing, means you have not yet learned the meaning of this line. So don't go into the rubrics. So I have already discussed that a class is just a blueprint, a logic to build objects. It does not occupy any physical memory. Objects require physical memory. So this is a very conceptual knowledge which will be required in our programming, because when we just call a class, we don't occupy any physical memory in our hard disk or in our system. But when we declare any object inside that class, it will occupy some physical memory depending on the size of your code and size of the variable and also the data which it will store. So here we are just creating a class named dog. Why? Because we already discussed in the PowerPoint presentation that we are taking the example of a dog in this class and object tutorial. So that is why we have defined this program as a class dog. A class already has many things attached with it, we already know that. So let's focus on its fields and attributes. Now this thing you have to be very clear with. This is a programming language which also supports code comments as well. Just like any other programming language, this programming language also supports code comments. This is called code comments, which is very useful in programming language. In Java programming language, this code comments should always be written like this, with a double backslash. These code comments always help you to define which line of code you are trying to mean it for. So it's very good if you do these type of things in your programming language, in your coding, so that it will also help the user who is using the code to understand better what you have tried to write in your exam copy or in your practicals, in your computer practicals. So here we have defined the class dog, and we are just considering three attributes just to understand the rubrics of this thing. String name is the name of the dog which we will assign to it later, and also its age, and attribute called tail. Now every dogs contain one tail means I just want to say you just that every dog contain a tail with themselves. They don't consider, means we don't have any dogs who don't have any tails, right, in real world. So just we are, for the time being, we are taking the tail value, the variable of the value of the variable as 1. Tail is equal to 1. Now you are going to see some member methods. Now these member methods, when we implement inside a class, this just in turn gives you to the rise of a concept of polymorphism. That is why we call this programming language as object oriented programming language. Now Java can advertise themselves as object oriented programming languages because of this characteristic, which is polymorphism. Now these member methods is just like the characteristics of a dog. A dog can growl or bark or eat. So the act of growling and eating can be considered as methods. So that is why we will just continue into the member method part. But before member method part, before going into the member method part, we will just try to understand the syntax of a method. This is the entire syntax of a method. This is the entire syntax of a method. Here it will go the access modifier. The access modifier will be here. It is the return type, whether the method is returning you anything, any name, the method name, and here the arguments will go. We will come into the details of this member method part in the later tutorial videos, so stay tuned in our channel. So we will be posting videos later about methods and member methods. We will just not go into very deep explanation. We just want to teach you here that this is the very practical explanation of classes and objects. So here we have come to the first object, means first object of this class, which is growl. Means this is a method. It is a simple method in which we are just printing that dog is growling, maybe it's hungry, give it some food. Means this is the output. It is just output which is for the sake only. Access modifiers will be discussed later. Member methods will also be discussed later. But now for the time being, we just come into this line, public void growl. We are just following the syntax. Public is the access modifier here. Void is the return type of this method. Growl is the method name, and there is no arguments inside these brackets. So that is why we can consider this method as a zero returning method. Means it is just a term which I normally use in our which I normally prefer to use rather than normal terms, because this becomes very tiresome, So void growl means it will not return anything. We have also defined a method eat, in which there is a string food named argument. This argument is there just for namesake only. It is not giving any return into our main method. Why it is not giving return? Because of this word, this single word void, because it defines the method that it has no return type. So this method will not return anything. This is the main part in which we consider as a class, in which this line is the main line which defines the class as its objects. Means this line creates an object for you so that you can calculate or you can do things upon it. This is the object name. Means this is the object name which is created here at this stage. So we will just discuss about these codes in detail in the later videos. So please stay updated in our channel to know more about objects and classes, and also about many things, and so to keep supporting us with your love and so thank you guys. Stay safe, stay fun, and subscribe to the channel. We will also try to help you by posting our mail link in argument section. So thank you.